Hi, this is Loredana Nicolae from NNC Services. Today we got another question from one of our webinar participants, and that is, okay, we are all aware we are in crisis. What should we do? How should we prepare for the recovery of our businesses? As you know, I have addressed before the McKinsey briefings, which I highly recommend. They are a series of briefings that McKinsey is putting out every couple of weeks. This one is from the 30th of March this year, and it's really valuable advice around what's the expectation of when the crisis is going to go away, and as businesses, what we should do. As you can see, companies need to think and act across 5 horizons. The first one is basically come to peace with the current crisis and resolve it, basically address immediate issues with workforce, with customers, with technology and digitization, working from home, and managing all your stakeholder relationships. The second one is resilience. I've seen a lot of content from Deloitte and other big providers of consulting services around how to build resilience, basically address any type of cash management, and any economic effects. Basically, the general advice here is to collect cash as soon as possible, and to maybe think of ways of selling, let's say, smaller packages, services, solutions for less money, just to collect your fees up front, and so on. We can have a whole series around just how to build resilience. Maybe I'm going to address how to build marketing resilience tomorrow. And then it's preparing for the return, basically creating a plan. So when business is back, you can scale up your operations, and all of this preparations pay off. You have to reimagine and reform your business as soon as this thing stops, meaning you have to make sure that whatever you do now persists for a while. Things like digitization, things like making sure you always have a business continuity and a backup plan for people to work from home, and so on. So these are multiple things you can do to prepare and to reimagine your business and to reform your business long term. Another thing that I'd like to address, for example, from the current study from McKinsey, is basically how to go about building resilience, right? From minimal to substantial, and how to digitize basically your business, especially around the return. So you have the time now, please prepare. One thing that I would like to mention is for how long you should prepare. You should prepare for at least a year. As you can see, the latest data from McKinsey says, and although nobody can guess the future, I guess that this is what all of us that have a bit of experience with previous crises understand, that this is a really big, very compressed crisis. So it's going to have effects that span over years. The best case scenario is that everything will be back in the States by the end of this year, and in the rest of the world by next year, with, of course, the Eurozone being the hardest hit. That being said, we're going to cover in another episode exactly how each industries are impacted. I know we've covered this before, but this is a topic that comes back every time. Daily we have these updates, for example, for industries, even within industries like the high tech, which we believe is a good prospect right now for developing still steady business. even they are hit in some parts of the business. So for example, with shipments being delayed and so on. So we will maybe go back to this. One thing that I would like to say is to take a look at our previous webinar on how you can build your pipeline in time of crisis. We've gave some tips there on keeping your customer close in this time of building resilience, and how you can adapt to these times in terms of marketing and sales. And please don't forget, people will remember you. Companies, on top of any economic worries, they should also care about all of the people involved in their business ecosystem, from employees to business peers. So no matter what you do, please make sure that the personal aspect is also important in any decision making around building resilience. That being said, this is one of the first in the series of building resilience for business and how we should come back. Although we are having this video snippets every day, and I hope that this is going to be useful to get you prepared and to come back strong as soon as the crisis is over. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. As usual, we have an amazing webinar series dedicated to entrepreneurs, to business leadership in general. This week is about the safety of working from home. We've noticed quite a lot of cyber attacks, and you know, in the current crisis, when everybody is paying attention to news and media and so on, you don't want to be exposed to any other threats. So this is a really important topic, and we're happy to announce that we have one of the best partners, and we look forward to welcoming you on Thursday for the next webinar in the series. Thank you.